Happy Monday, everyone. I just want to go over a couple things before we kick off the training week, specifically the 2 mile time trial that's going to be happening both Tuesday and Wednesday, depending on what training group that you're in. I've shared my screen on Final Surge to cover some of the logistics that you should see in Final Surge for this week. But first of all, to explain a time trial for those of you that haven't joined us before, a time trial is going to be your best effort that you can do over those 2 miles. So for the Tuesday group, we're going to be meeting at the housing loop again in Satellite Beach. We're going to be doing 2 loops around the loop, the 1 mile loop. We are all going to start together. We will have pacers at a variety of paces for that time trial. And you can see those in Final Surge once we expand them down and read more. You can see what paces we'll have pacers running at for the time trial, so you can gauge your effort off of what they're doing. They're going to be holding a sign and a stick with those paces on it. Wednesday morning, you'll also have pacers, don't worry. But we're all going to be starting together. If you don't have a watch, no problem. We will have a running clock going the whole time. Just when you cross the finish line, that will have chalked on the ground. Just raise your hand so that we know you are finished. We will be starting all together. I'll have it marked on the road with chalk and with lights so you know exactly where we're starting and stopping before we ever start. For the Wednesday morning group, you guys are meeting at 5:30 in the morning at the Viera High School track. You'll do your warm-ups before getting the time trial started, and you'll be doing 8 laps around the track. You will start and end at the same spot on the track that Coach Brittany will go over on Wednesday morning. We will start the time trial at 6:25 very promptly for the evening group. The Wednesday group, you guys are starting at 5:55 a.m. So we're just putting a start time on it. So if you feel like you need more warm-up, feel free to get there a little early. We'll do a little warm-up as a group. We'll go over the drills and strides that we did the first week of camp, and then we'll get the time trial started. We'll get everybody lined up and get going. The whole purpose of the time trial is to help us set the best training paces we can for you during camp. So you'll have individualized training paces based on your time trial, and you'll be placed in a training group based on that time. And I'll go in how to enter those in the Final Surge since that's really helpful for us. So this next week on Tuesday, you should have 2 entries. You should see for the Tuesday evening group. Wednesday, yours will be on Wednesday morning. For the Tuesday evening group, you'll see it here, the time in there, where we're meeting, all the details in here. You should have a recommended distance that the entire workout should take, and that'll be based on your current weekly volume. I went in, if you've been running, I don't know, 20 to 25 miles a week, you might have 5 miles for the run. And don't hold me to that. I'm just kind of guessing. But you should have a mileage goal in there for that day. So you'll have to add on some warm up and cool down on both ends of it to hit that mileage goal to still keep your volume up. So that will go there. And then you have your 2 mile time here. Now, this is important. This helps us know what your time was. We can't keep track of everyone's time as you're coming across the line on Tuesday and Wednesday. So this 2 mile time, you're going to click on that pen and paper just like you did to edit your goals and your weekly mileage. You're going to come down here to post workout notes, and you're going to enter your time in there. That way we can see exactly what it is. We can put your training paces in. So please, on Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning when you get done your time trial, put your time in here, hit save, and then we will be able to see it in Final Surge to be able to put your training paces together. Now, by Friday, which will be Friday the 23rd, you will see in here, you have an entry right now that has pace group that is empty and training paces that is also empty. By Friday, those will be filled in with your training paces and your pace group. You will have the pace color up there in the title of your pace group. You will not have all the members of your group or your pacer. It gets too logistically challenging for us when people start moving groups around. We try to update it for everyone. So you will have your pace group color in there, and you will have your training paces in there. If you want to be in a different pace group, we can, of course, switch you to a different pace group. Like I mentioned before, if you want to be in a pace group on the Tuesday or Wednesday, you're better at speed work, and you want to be in a different pace group on the Sunday run, that's perfectly fine also. So this is our recommended pace group. It can be changed. Ultimately, you are the boss. And then like I said, your training paces will be in here. Another way to access those training paces will be through your profile. So if you hit these 3 dots in the bottom right, this will open up. You will scroll down to account and workout settings. You will come to zones. You will hit pace in the top. And you can see mine aren't set properly, but your paces will also be there. So as we get a few months into camp, if you can't remember exactly what day we put those training paces in as an entry on Final Search, they will be right there in your settings that you can reference back. Now, also, if you do a 5K, any type of race throughout camp, and you think we need to modify your training paces, you get better, that is the goal of camp, please let us know. We're happy to go in and modify those paces to continue to help you get better and keep those paces on target, as individualized as we can. I think that's about it. Let's have some fun. Let's get uncomfortable on Tuesday and Wednesday, get our time trial done. And I can't wait to see you guys this week.